Welcome back to MLB Tonight. I'm Robert Flores alongside Dan O'Dowd and baseball researcher Sarah Langs as we continue to cover today's no-hit performance on the mound. And what we saw was brilliance, pretty much electric from start to finish. And Dan, what are your reactions to the no-hitter that we just saw?
Robert, I think electric is a great way to sum it up. And what a great team accomplishment, Sarah, for the way they played this game tonight.
Absolutely, and I want to make sure we realize just how rare something like this is. Over the course of baseball history, entering 2024, we've seen about 225,000 MLB games. In those, just 322 no-hitters. So really not something you see every day and a huge accomplishment.
Wow. Well, it was a privilege to watch that performance on the mound.
Alongside Chris Singleton, Darren Martin riding a power surge coming into this one, Chris. He's homered in 4 straight games.
He is managing to find pitches that he can barrel up and do damage with, and really that's the key for him. As long as he can get the bat to it, because he's so strong, there's a good chance that it leaves the ballpark.
First pitch coming your way next. So up next for Chicago, Darren Martin.
Darren Martin.
Swing and a ball popped up. Bayo has a beat on it. Makes the catch. And there are 2 down. 1 out, base is empty. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. Get out of town. That'll fire up the dugout. His 6th of the series, and they've got their first run. It's 8-1. And that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or 2 without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sit down to the minor leagues.
That one is absolutely belted. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. It's 9-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Darren Martin, fresh off an impressive 2-homer performance. He'll look to keep that momentum going today. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Darren Martin steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Darren Martin.
And there's a foul ball. Martin with a couple of homers at his last game.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Abreu makes the play, and there's 2 away.
Batting 4th.
And now the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. 2 outs. That's a base hit. Here comes Casas around third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. On on the board first. It's 1-0.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Crochet back to work. Swing and a foul out of play. Ripped on a line. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way bad.
Martin steps on the bag, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Well struck right field. That's back. And that is gone. A solo shot. His 8th of the series, and they cut into the lead. It's 4-2. And just like that, his home run streak is up to 6.
Well, he's an absolute machine, working really well at the plate right now. He just can't miss every time he swings.
That one ripped. Abreu raging back towards the wall. Way back, out of here. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they close the gap. It's 6-3.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another.
Martin played brilliantly despite the loss. Cracked a pair of homers.
Can't say enough about what he did.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Texas Rangers going up against the Chicago White Sox. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. Darren Martin, without a doubt, he's the man to keep an eye on, partner. He's homered in 6 straight games.
Well, Boog, he's just unconscious when you look at the ability to get to the baseball and hit it over the fence. I think about recent occurrences. Paul Goldschmidt in 2019, Matt Carpenter in 2018, and Giancarlo Stanton in 2017.
So 2 down, and now Darren Martin.
Darren Martin.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Going, gone. He sends it out of here. Home run number 40 on the year. And the White Sox jump out in front. It's 1-0. And the streak is alive. He's homered now in 7 straight.
Who does this guy think he is, Joey Votto or something? Man, that's ridiculous. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity is not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
And a ground ball to first. Slides, but he can't come up with it. The relay to second, not going to get him. He's in there.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning. To the shortstop at second, but it pulls him off the base. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Grisham raging back towards the wall. Makes the catch, gliding onto the warning track.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
That's the third. Young tosses to first. That's the second out. Yohel Pozo steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a ground ball, and that chance handled. Jump throw, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Nobody out, runner at first. Scorched to center, no doubt about it. That is long gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 6-0. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Now here is Darren Martin. 3 for 3. He's got a double and a pair of home runs. That's hard hit on the line. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Martin really stood out in this win. Had 3 hits, 2 of them homers.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
Darren Martin, fresh off an impressive 2-homer performance. He'll look to keep that momentum going today. It's the Texas Rangers going up against the Chicago White Sox. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. And the batter now, Darren Martin. He's a major topic of conversation, the rare two-way player at the big league level. It's pretty early on in his major league career, but it's driving a lot of excitement around the game.
Yeah, Boog, hard to not get excited about a player with this much athleticism, this much talent. Just such a rare thing in baseball. And you know, just about every front office is watching him and dreaming of having their own.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. He's up to 3 home runs in this series. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0. 8 straight games with a home run.
Well, tie in some great hitters at the plate. Griffey, Mattingly, Dale Long. This is just impressive. There was was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
1 out. Runners at first and second.
Martin.
That one ripped. That's back. And that one's gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 5-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Number 50.
One down. Runners at second and third.
Martin.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
That one fouled off. Martin launched a pair of homers in his last game. And a pitch. That one ripped but foul. Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
That one drilled left field. Pulls it in on the warning track. Martin really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. Cracked a pair of homers.
Really impressive work at the dish, Boog. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.
Darren Martin on the hill for this one, fresh off a stellar string of outings. Here's the left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
For Texas, the left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
Fought off foul. Right through there for a strike. On the ground to first, boots it, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
Next, it'll be the Texas DH, Ezekiel Duran. Swing and a ball popped up. Vaughn hauls it in for the out. 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the first. And at first, Darren Martin steps to the plate for the White Sox. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
Line drive, caught.
That's what you got to have at the hot corner. Cat-like reflexes. Line drive, caught by the third baseman as he dives. Terrific play.
Jake Berger, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Pitches in there, and it's 0-2.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And one gone.
Man, it's almost unfair that he can just pull that knuckleball out of his pocket and throw it up there in addition to his other pitches. It's unlike anything else he throws, and because he doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball.
1 out, base is empty. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. You're a little late, opposite field not.
Pozo pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, base is empty. Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers. Vaughn takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, these Rangers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Lara brings it in. Then there's 1 down. Dustin Harris now at the plate. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Harris recently earned Rookie of the Month honors. The next offering misses, and it's 1-1.
The way this kid played over the last month, it's no wonder he got recognized for it. We'll see if he can keep it up as the league adjusts to him, though.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
1 down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Top of the 3rd, no score. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Trent Grisham down the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 9 straight retired here. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Langford.
Martin back to work. And that one fouled off. Langford measures 6 feet even, 24 years old, a former first-round pick in 2023.
No ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And that one hit to first. And he takes it himself for the out. And here's Corey Seager to hit. That's in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And that one is lifted in the air. Baroa settles underneath it. Nabs it. And that's the 3rd out. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Designated hitter, Darren Martin.
Foul ball there.
You know, these White Sox definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time.
Throws to second. The tag, and they cut him down going for 2. Back here on the south side. And now it's Jake Berger to hit. Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, these Rangers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
So up next, Kyle Higashioka. Right side, hard hit. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Adolis.
And a foul ball. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Got him swinging. So 5 perfect. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's Marcus Semien.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Semien working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball's a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon. Now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Harris now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
The center fielder, number 12.
Now here's Trent Grisham. He's 0 for 1. And that is out of play. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. And they'll do it again. 2 outs. High fly ball out towards left center. Benintendi is there. Hauls it in to end the inning. So he's
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That one is absolutely belted. Tattooed to Tater Town. Population U, bro. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. That's his 5th homer of the series. And the White Sox strike first. It's 3-0. 9 consecutive games with a home run.
They'll just dialed in at the dish right now. 9 games in a row. That's just unthinkable. Congrats to him. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the lob, and gets the home run.
Top of inning number 7, and now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Wyatt Langford. Martin back to work. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
And a foul ball. Goes down looking.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And there's 2 away. Here's Corey Seager. And he's swinging to miss.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there. We go to the 8th. And now here is Jake Berger. Fastball for a strike. Martin into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
1-1 now. Pitch count in great shape. It seems you might have a chance to finish it.
2 strikes.
And now it's even up. So he's back out to begin the 8th. Been a really nice outing for him so far, Singy.
He's blown the ball really well. Kept hitters off balance, and he's been very efficient with that pitch count. But at this point, even though it's been relatively low, you start keeping an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't have any fatigue and injuring himself. I mean, trying to hit that pitch immediately after seeing a good fastball on the pitch before, just a brutal task, man. I don't envy this at all. You almost have to sit fastball and hope you get.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. And Benintendi able to make the grab. So just 4 more outs to get through, and the tension is building in the ballpark right now.
Yeah, and we can feel it in the booth. He's got these hitters locked up.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The Rangers still looking for their first hit in this one. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Out to short. Whips it to first. And Garcia is out. That's the 3rd. Now back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Griffin Jacks.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Center field. Grisham settles under it. Calls it in, and there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Here is Marcus Semien. And all eyes on the mound as he begins the 9th inning, working on a perfect game. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before. They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They're going to make the play.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And now Dustin Harris. Ball 1, no strikes. And that drops in for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line. And Benintendi able to make the grab.
26 up and 26 down. One more out for a perfect game. This is awesome, Boog.
On the verge of baseball history here, and certainly one of the most dominating pitching performances we've seen. Everyone locked in right now.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down.
And that one popped to short. Rosario. He's got it. It's a perfect game.
Just unbelievable. I was nervous up here in the booth. I can only imagine what his teammates and even he felt out there on the mound closing this thing out. Everyone will remember this perfect game, and it'll be notched in Cooperstown forever.
Welcome back to MLB Tonight. I'm Robert Flores alongside Dan O'Dowd and baseball researcher Sarah Langs as we continue to cover today's no-hit performance on the mound. And what we saw was brilliance, pretty much electric from start to finish. And Dan, what are your reactions to the no-hitter that we just saw?
Robert, I think electric is a great way to sum it up. And what a great team accomplishment, Sarah, for the way they played this game tonight.
Absolutely, and I want to make sure we realize just how rare something like this is. Over the course of baseball history, entering 2024, we've seen about 225,000 MLB games. In those, just 322 no-hitters. So really not something you see every day, and a huge accomplishment.
Wow.
Well, it was a privilege to watch that performance on the mound.